Hello and welcome. This is the Bclarkart podcast, and in this podcast, I'm just going to be talking about the number one tip I have for the day in terms of finding new clients to want to do or get art commissions for. Obviously, if you're going to focus on your local area in terms of finding art commissions, I recommend possibly looking for other artists in your area. I think there was two drag races that just drove by the window right now. But anyways, just have to for artists in your local area that are maybe selling or doing work, and then seeing kind of what they're charging for their work. Can give you an idea for what you want to charge for yours. The advice that I was looking at was just charging by the dimensions. So if you're trying to sell an 8 by 10 painting, you may want to charge 8 times 10, which would be $80 for an 8 by 10 painting for commission work. Um, some people recommend more, maybe 8 times 10 times 2, which would give you $160 for an 8 by 10 painting. So you'd have to kind of think about your pricing, of course, and look at other people that are charging for artwork and see what kind of pricing they have for their artwork, and then that'll give you an idea for what you want to charge for your works of art. So after you've looked at compared pricing, you also want to look at what is the do you have a portfolio? The number one tip I have is having a portfolio. A portfolio just and what you put into this portfolio is just prints of your work, whether they're sketches, whether they're marker work, whether it's paintings, getting prints of it and putting it in a portfolio, and then going around meeting with different people, showing them the type of work that you do. And then in terms of the type of work you do, if you're talking about commission work, you need to have a wide variety of different types of art, because not everybody wants the same thing. Somebody could want a painting of a picture. Some people want paintings of their home. Some people might want a painting of their favorite flower or a gift. They're doing a gift idea for someone and they want you to make a painting but also write something in words on that painting. So the more versatile you are, if you're looking for commission work, you just have to be a versatile artist, almost being able to paint almost anything. To the more variety that you have, the more options you have, the more people are going to be willing to want to do business with you. And in regards to finding work, it's going to be easier. Now, some people will tell you if you're an artist, have a niche, and I do think it's good to have a style of your own, definitely. But at the same time, you can simply just paint things as you see them in real life. If you paint realism, that's great. People love realistic paintings. That's always great. But you definitely want to have your own style that makes you unique, so people recognize you as your style of art. That's you. That definitely does help. And if you look at your paintings and drawings, you'll begin to see what kind of style you like to paint and draw in and sketch or whatever you do. But definitely having a style of your own that's recognizable helps. So what you do is, in terms of step by step to get started with finding commission work and doing commission work, I would say first paint or draw or sketch whatever it is you have and get prints of it at your local print shop. But first you have to take good photos first. So first draw or paint something, take good photos, and then get prints of it. Now, after you get prints, you're going to need a portfolio to display it. I go to Hobby Lobby to check out portfolio books, and then I put my prints in there, and then I just talk with people. Community, you're good to go to your local community center. It's good to go to places where people hang out, and you could just be drawing. Really, it's good if you go out in public and draw in front of people, because what'll happen, or paint, And what'll happen is people will ask questions, and then you can show them your portfolio. Boom, now you may have a potential customer. And you also want a good contact that people can contact you or email you, and a business card. You can give them a business card and whatnot, and just basically that portfolio is literally your main sales material. You show people, hey, this is what I painted a photo of these two people, or I painted a photo of this person's home, and then people can get a feel for. A lot of times, people will just ask, "Oh, can you paint my house?" or whatnot, and then you just have a price list of the types of different things you'll be painting on. And so you have a price list of the different canvases, the type of canvases, and then the pricing for an original art piece based upon what the person is asking. Different artists like to price things differently, so it's always going to be different. But the more you get out in front of people and you're doing your art, and you're going to have commission work. So it's just being able to finish the art piece and make it something that is that the customer wants. But they can't want it if you aren't producing some type of artwork to be able to see it. You gotta kind of. The reason why we use this portfolio technique is so people can kind of get a feel for what they're gonna buy, and then they'll be like, okay, I already have an idea of what I'm gonna buy, so now I think I want to buy this. So that's one easy way that you can start getting art commissions as soon as today. I mean, as soon as you get the prints together, and then you get your portfolio together, you can literally go out there and just start talking to people, friends of family. And it doesn't have to just be family or friends. It could also be people in your local community center, and just walk around with your portfolio. And somebody may ask, what's that? Or, if you go to your local art, what I went to is my local art store, and, show people my portfolio and what I do and how I do commission work and stuff like that. And different artists like to work differently. Some artists just like to create art and sell their art. Some artists like to create art based around what people like. And it's a catch-22 with that, because some people want to just make art. Other people want to, be able to make more money, make more income. So it all depends on what your motivation is. Some people are money motivated and they want to go out there and make money. So commission work may be better for you. Some people just want to develop their own style and just make art, and whoever buys it, buys it. Whoever doesn't like it, they don't like it. So then what you're going to have to do with that to sell a lot is probably target a specific market or get a niche. So that's the niche side of things, where you've got this niche, this thing that you like drawing, and the people who like this style of art, and you're advertising to them with a Facebook ads, or you're joining groups where these people hang out and posting your stuff on Facebook or some other type of social media or Instagram or something like that. So and there's a lot of great apps that you can use to find these people too. One of them that I use is Amino Apps. Just Google search Amino Apps, or look at that on the Play Store. That's AMINO, and then apps. And that's a great app for promoting your artwork, joining those groups, communicating and talking with those people to find out more information on how you can be a part of their group. And then just start figuring out how you can, you want to add value when you go into these groups. You don't want to just come across as just, hey, here's my art. You do want to share your art, but you also want to add to the group and critique and give suggestions and tips if people ask answer people's questions and help people, and you'll build the following over time, and possibly maybe even get commission work. So that's it for this podcast. Just go out and take action. Once again, the steps are: first, create artwork. Step 2, you need to then get copies or prints of your artwork. Step 3, get a portfolio that's going to fit those prints. Okay, so if you're doing 11 by 17 prints, you're going to need a portfolio that'll support that for whatever size prints you use. So make sure that you know what size of prints you're going to get, and you know what size your portfolio is going to be before you get the prints, and then get the prints. So actually, to turn it around, is actually step one is to create the art. Then step two is find a portfolio and know what size the portfolio is. Then step three is to get the prints, put them inside there nicely, and just get a good lineup, a good mixture of different artworks so people can know what it is you do, and it can appeal to a wider group of people if you're going to look for commission work. And then step four is decide if you want to continue on with commission work, or you want to just have your own style, and then just see who buys into that, and join groups and download the Amino app so you can find a group if you want to do niche specific artwork. So those are the steps. I hope you guys enjoy this little podcast. This is kind of off the top of my head, improvisational. I didn't really plan anything out. I just kind of went with what was on my mind. And I just want to give that tip out for those of you who are looking to start trying to make it as an artist. It's just about hard work and finding people to show your skill and talents to. And I definitely, in regards to one last thing I want to say about prints, is I don't think you want to try to sell like all of your prints. Some prints you want to keep just so you can keep for your portfolio. So and prints don't cost that much. I mean, you could set this all up for relatively under $50. Set up your portfolio and everything else for relatively cheap, and just begin going out talking with people and showing them what you got to, make sure you're not soliciting anything by going up and talking to different people, that look like they may be interested in art or whatnot. So you literally are just showing people your works and what you do. And it's always great too if you can, do free drawings for people sometimes. Just every now and then, just pull out the pen and paper and just draw some quick stuff for people, and tell them to come check out your website, give them your business card, and show them your portfolio, and who knows what could happen. But that's it for this video. Definitely share this. Check out the website, Bclarkart.com. Also check me out on Instagram, Bclarkart.com. I'm also on Amino under the username Bclarkart. So that's on my Instagram, Bclarkart, and Bclarkart on my Amino. You can search me up, Amino apps. And definitely check out the updates on Daddy's Workday. It's coming along nicely. It's a painting that I'm working on. It's pretty cool painting, and I look forward to talking with you guys again. That's it for this podcast, or podcast vlog, or whatever you want to call it. Have a great day.